is will never leave this my head basically because I have so much stuff I still want to talk about of this series. Halloween, um, the franchise. I just want to talk about the franchise right now. No, so the first Halloween movie, obviously I reviewed it. If you haven't checked my review out about it, it's in this channel. Check it out. A lot of people like it, and it's entertaining. And I just go balls to the wall with it, basically. And if you enjoy it, subscribe to it. Um, Anyways, moving on from that, and also I did a rant video on Resurrection. If you hate Resurrection, then you might like that video. So there you go. Moving on. Um, the first Halloween movie, classic, obviously. Who's no one is never going to talk shit about that first Halloween movie. I mean, it is cement in horror movie legacy as one of the greatest horror movies of all time. Let's face it, it is. It is the king of horror movies. I mean, am I going too far saying that it's the king of horror movies? Maybe I am. That's just me because I love the movie so much and I like it. Halloween 2, best fucking sequel to a first movie I ever saw. I tell you that much. It's like right up there with Child's Play 1 and 2. It's just a really good sequel, and it was awesome. And the thing is, John Carpenter just wanted to make one Halloween movie, but since it made so much money, and the thing is, this movie was low budget. It was really low budget, and the first time it came out, it wasn't successful. And then over time, during the months and the weeks, it became really, really, really successful. It became one of the biggest draws in the for John Carpenter and the company. Um, so they decided to make a sequel, but John Carpenter didn't want to make a sequel. He just wanted to make this one, and that was it. But John Carpenter basically he was like, all right, fine, I'll do it. So he made the sequel. He wrote the sequel. He didn't direct it. I think he directed the other one. I could be gone. But anyways, he at least he wrote the second one. So the third one, um, Halloween 3, it just should have been called Season of the Witch. Ignore that. It just should have been called Season of the Witch. It had nothing to do with Michael Myers. Um, which which they could have had an opportunity to tell you the truth with Season of the Witch. They could have had an opportunity to. I know they wanted to do their own franchise. Like, okay, we're done with this one. Let's do another one, and then when that's done, let's do another one. To me, yes, Michael Myers not in the third one. People bitched about it back then. People still bitch about it now. But when you really look at it, it's a good standalone movie. It just should have been called Season of the Witch. They should have just released it nowadays just as Season of the Witch. But I guess if you put that Halloween mark, it probably would get more money, mainly because originally it was just called Halloween Season of the Witch. Um, but Season of the Witch is not a bad movie. I enjoyed it. The only thing that would piss me off is the tone. Happy, happy Halloween. Oh, that's the tune that drives me crazy. But if that's the only thing that I have complaining about, then that's the only thing I have to complain about the third one. Did I hated it before? Yes, but that was way back then when I was a stupid kid where I didn't understand really movies that much. Now I understand movies. Now I appreciate movies even more. So I watched it, and I told myself just because Michael Myers is not it cannot be a bad movie. So I watched it, and it could have been bad. Yes, it could have been. But when I watched it, I was like, this is actually not bad. Um, so Season of the Witch is not a bad movie. Um, and once we get to Halloween 4, we finally get to Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers. I think everyone can say that this is actually a good movie. Bring back Michael Myers back. People hate the mask in this one. To tell you if I didn't have a problem with it, I really didn't have a problem with the mask. Really, I don't know why people. I mean, I can understand why people bitched about the mask, but to me, it really, it didn't really bother me that much. I don't want people to say that, oh, then you're not a fan of it. I'm not saying that. Come on, look at the mask from Halloween 2. Every time I look at that, it's like, what the hell? But it's not a bad mask. The Halloween 2 mask is actually really cool, and it's one of a lot of people's favorites masks. Don't get me wrong, the first Halloween mask is an icon. Obviously, it's gonna be forever. So but the reason the reason the mask wasn't the same is because they had no plans for a sequel. So that's why they gave the mask away, they gave the jumpsuit away. But after that, they stopped doing it. They only gave the guys the jumpsuits, but they kept the mask. I don't know why they kept updating it and make it look like shit, but whatever. That's just me. Um, but yeah. Halloween 4 is a good movie to follow up from Halloween 2. The storyline basically is um Jamie Lloyd is getting stalked by her uncle, and because her mom died in a car accident, which was from Halloween 2. It doesn't show in Halloween 2, but you know how I'm talking about. So basically, Jamie Lee Curtis dies, and her daughter is still alive, and that's Michael Myers' new target. There you go. And Halloween 4, I watched Halloween 4 so many times. So many. It's actually my first Halloween movie, to tell you the truth. I never saw Halloween 1 when I was a kid. When I got older, I did saw Halloween 1 on TV. And I thought it was just awesome. I thought it was just amazing movie. And then they showed the second one. I was just like, oh, that was just like, a treat, basically. It's like, here's Halloween. And then it's like, you know what, for a bonus, here's Halloween 2. It was just great. Two movies right there, and I was sitting on the couch watching it. I enjoyed it. But anyways, moving on with the Halloween franchise. Again, Halloween 4, great movie. So moving on, Halloween 5. A lot of people hate this movie. Some people like it. I enjoyed Halloween 5. I did. I just enjoyed it. Were they confusing aspects? That guy in the fucking coat. Even if you look, if you get the DVD of Halloween 5 and you look, the making of it, they don't know who that guy was in the coat and the fedora. They didn't know who it was. Supposedly only the director knew, but the cast, they didn't know who the fuck he was at all. Still to this day, we don't know who played him. Still to this day. I could be wrong. Maybe someone does know who played him. Maybe some hardcore Halloween fan looked so much information to find out who the fuck that guy is, and they found out. So if you find out who it is, just put it in the comment section. To tell you for the life of me, I was confused. I thought it was rumors to be Michael Myers' brother, but they scrapped that and decided to, for Halloween 6, it was like a cult thing happening for Halloween 6, so I'll get to Halloween 6 later. But people hate the mask in this one. People just shit on the mask. And then the part where Michael Myers cries, holy shit, people just rip it to shreds. People just hate Halloween 5. And I never understood it. I never understood it for some reason. And this is just my opinion. And if you hate the movie, fine. That's perfectly fine. You're not stupid. You're not idiot or anything like that. People have tastes on different movies. People like different things. So there you go. I enjoyed it. I liked it. Halloween 5. Like I said, I grew up with watching Halloween 4, and my grandmother got Halloween 5, as a bonus with it. So basically, I watched both of them as a child when I was growing up, and I grew up with those movies as a child. So that's why it had a big marquee with me, because I grew up with it. But to tell you the truth, the Halloween 5 mask, it gave me a lot of nightmares as a kid. To tell you the truth, still to this day, it gave me nightmares for some reason. Still to this day, literally, it gives me nightmares, that mask. Every time, I can't even look at it and think that, oh, it's not going to give me nightmares. I could look at it, but once I look at it, I'm going to have a bad dream tonight. But I don't know why, something about that mask. I know a lot of people shit on it, but sometimes the mask, in some parts the mask looks cool, in my opinion. And in some parts, the mask looks kind of funky a little bit. Like, is that really his mask? But I didn't have a problem with his mask. I know a lot of people did. That's fine. It's just something about that mask that really scared the crap out of me. Anyways, so Halloween 6. Let's talk about the mask for Halloween 6. I kind of like the Halloween 6 mask. It's like, it's, it, it's, it's hard to explain, literally. The Halloween 6 mask is very hard to explain. A lot of people hate Halloween 6, but, again, I love all the franchises except for Resurrection. I'll get to that one in a minute. But, it's just that I enjoyed Halloween 6. It was on Netflix. Well, one time it was on TV. Since it was October and it was showing a lot of Halloween stuff with Michael Myers. So I watched it and I enjoyed it. For what I saw, I enjoyed it. There is another version of it that a lot of people say it's way better. And I haven't seen that version, only on the internet. And I do have to say it is kind of better. I do approve that one more than the one that came out basically for the TV and the theaters. So I like that one way better than the other one. And it showed Loomis more, basically. It didn't really cock tease that he didn't show him at the end of the movie. It was Donna Pleasant's last movie for Halloween. And the thing is, with Donna Pleasance, the series is really not the same without him. Really, it's not, hands down. No one is not going to do what Donna Pleasance did. No one, hands down. There are comic books of Halloween, and people still have, Dr. Loomis, the way he looks, in the old Halloween movies as Donna Pleasance. Donna Pleasance, Dr. Loomis, because that one is so iconic. Why would you change it? But it was sad to hear that he died. When I found out by the Halloween 25 Years of Terror, I found out that he died. That's how I found out. Because I was a kid, I didn't look up a lot of information back then. But not like now. But when I found out that he died, I was just like, wow, he died. Wow, that's pretty depressing and sad, knowing that you grew up watching this guy, and then he died. You're not going to see him anymore. You're not going to see him do more Halloween movies. And the thing is, he said it, I heard that he loved the franchise so much that he wanted to go up to Halloween 25. That's what he wanted to go up to. And it bothers me to this day that he never got the chance to go up to that. And yes, and I know he was old and all that. Yes, I understand. But if he loved the series that much, and he wanted to go up, and he wanted to do 25 movies of Michael Myers, obviously I got over it basically, but Donna Pleasance would never, as Dr. Loomis, would never replace. But every time people talk about Samuel Loomis, it's always going to be to Donna Pleasance, because he was great. I can talk about him way much. It's like replacing Robert Englund with Jackie Earle Haley, and it's like replacing Kane Hodder with someone else. You can't, because they're so iconic, and you just cannot change them. You can't. It's going to piss a lot of people off at first, and people just don't like change. Some people can get used to change, like I do, but some people don't. Some people just get pissed off, and they just get pissed, and I can understand that. No one doesn't like change. So moving on, and I know I'll talk about a lot of Donna Pleasance, but I just have to talk about him in this video, mainly because he's a big factor in the whole series. So, anyways, after that, it was H2O, Halloween, 20 years later. Basically a sequel to Halloween 2. Jamie Lee Curtis comes back to reprise her role. as Michael Myers' sister. And a lot of people might hate this, but I mean, a lot of people might hate this movie, but I enjoyed it really. And a lot of people say, hey, just watch Halloween 1, 2, and then H2O, and you're done with the franchise, basically. But if you're gonna ignore the other franchises, then I don't know about you, but you're not a true Halloween fan, in my opinion. I think you should just watch. I think if you're a true Halloween fan, you should have all the Halloween movies, even though you might say, hey, yeah, the ones are okay, or I don't like the other ones, or the other ones or I like them, or some shit like that. But Halloween 1, 2, then H2O. Yeah, that's in my book. It's not for me. But there's been it's like a lot of remakes here, especially with Halloween 4. It's basically a remake, and you never actually finished with the first series, and you can tie them together. It's possible. You can always tie them together. But anyways, with H2O, I enjoyed it. The mask for Michael Myers, ugh. That's all I have to say. Ugh. Like, the mask is like, what the fuck were you thinking? Like, get that shit away from me. The fuck? That's not a Michael Myers mask. That. Even a fan would have made a better Michael Myers mask, and they have. It's like, the fuck is this shit? You're gonna make a Michael Myers mask and you fuck it up like this? Are you kidding me? What happened? Like, the reason for that is that they couldn't find a William Shatner mask, or they couldn't find, since Michael Myers was so big, and they couldn't find another Michael Myers mask. Nowadays, there's so many Michael Myers masks everywhere. Once it hits October, you can actually get that. So I don't know why the studios are so lazy just to go to the store and fucking buy the fucking goddamn mask. Why are they so lazy? Why? Oh, we need to update it. Why? You don't have to update it. Nothing was wrong with the mask. This goes to from the first two to all the way to H2O. You didn't have to change it. Really. That's my opinions about the mask. You didn't have to change it. Well, why do you have to change it so much? I don't get it. It's like like nowadays you can actually go to a Halloween store and there'll be a Michael Myers mask. Why? Because it's iconic. It's part of Halloween. And knowing that some directors are just like, yeah, that's cool, but I think we should just make our own. No. What the fuck were you thinking? So there's my gripe right there. If you're gonna make a Halloween mask, though, make it look like the original. Don't make it look like shit like H2O was. Like, what the fuck was that shit? It's like, ugh. I couldn't even look at it, to tell you the truth. Half the time I was just like too close for comfort. I don't give a fuck. I won't buy that mask. Fuck that mask. That's how I feel about the H2O mask. But I still enjoy the movie. Next is Resurrection. The Resurrection, you son of a bitch. I'm not gonna talk about too much of it because I did a rant on it. The mask, they finally got that mask right. I like that mask. It reminds me of the first mask. So I enjoyed that mask a lot. The movie, like I said, if you want to know how to feel about that movie, go check it out. You know what? I'll put it in the description box. I'll put my Halloween review and my my Resurrection rant in the description box. I'll make sure I put it there, guys, because I know you guys will probably be. I know some of you guys won't look through my channel, so just press the description box. It'll be right there. So you'll be like, okay, click, and you can see how it is. Resurrection. Fuck that movie. And then we get the remake. when I heard there was going to be a remake, I was actually excited. Really, to tell you the truth, I was like, they're going to remake Halloween? Yes, you know, because to tell you the truth, Resurrection left a really sour taste in my mouth. I was just like, oh, the series is dead. Oh, I can't believe this shit. Why did they did this? Like, are they good? Are there some good parts in Resurrection? Yes, but overall, ugh. Like, ugh. Don't want to even want to look at it. Okay, literally, if you really want to know how much I hate Resurrection, and the people that watched my review of my rant of Resurrection, look, look at it. It's it's fucking broken. I broke it. I fucking broke it. So the only thing I didn't break is the fucking CD. Look at that. It's all fucking damaged and everything. And that was in the review, so there you go. Moving on, the remake. When I heard there was the remake coming out, like I said, I was excited. Um, I was excited, and most people were pissed at the remake, saying that why would you remake it? I can understand why, but I'm all for remakes as long they do a good job at it, and you know that. And when I heard Rob Zombie is doing it, I was just like, oh, cool, Rob Zombie is doing it. I heard about Rob Zombie. I heard of him a long time ago. The movies that he's done, like, well, ugh. None don't pop in my head right now. But the ones that it's really good, trust me, Rob Zombie could be a good director. He really could. It's just saying this one, so I don't know, something was off about this one. Like he didn't want to do it or some shit like that, you know. But I enjoyed the remake. Most people hate it. That's fine. But I enjoyed it. And the mask is great. I like the mask, and I like it how it's tailed up. I don't know. I don't think no one ever criticized the mask by it's all fucked up and everything. I think no one didn't really. I think no one really complained about that. I think mostly people were like, "Oh yeah, that looks cool." But if you're gonna like, say if a newcomer comes and they want to see a Halloween one, and you want to show them the classic or the remake, first you can tell which one's the remake and which one's the original. So because of the mask and obviously the quality. But if you show them yeah, like I said, the quality. But I enjoyed the remake. Is it the best remake? No. Did it have to be remade? Honestly, it didn't really have to be remade. I was happy it got remade, but in all honesty, it didn't have to be remade. It really didn't. They could have just made Halloween 9 and make the fans happy. But for some reason, it's very hard for these people to make Halloween 9 for some fucking goddamn reason. You're too lazy. How about that? Anyways, moving on with Halloween 2 with Rob Zombie. People shit on this movie so much. I can understand why people shit on it. I didn't like it as much as I liked the first one, to tell you the truth. A lot of people complain about the hobo Myers, basically, and, him talking at the end, and the horse. The horse? The fuck? Are they cool kill scenes? Most people that hate this movie do admit that they're all cool kill scenes in this movie. And it's true, they're all really good kill scenes. He stomps a fucking guy's head in the fucking ground. If that's not a cool kill scene, I don't know what is. That's a cool fucking kill scene. He fucking breaks one guy's arm. He's like, and you see the bone pop out. That's awesome. I think that's amazing. And he finally kills. Michael Myers finally kills his niece. And I know a lot of people are saying, "What do you mean his niece? That's not his niece in the movie." But if you're really going to talk as a fan perspective, and you'll be like, "Finally, he killed his niece," basically. But it's really Laurie Strode's fan. But anyways, moving on. After that, it's been a huge gap for Halloween. And ever since then, there's been Halloween films there have been fan films, and I have watched some of them. Some of them are really good. I like a lot. Some of them just get criticized just because of the ending. Like, oh, why is the ending like that? You know, whatever. But I enjoyed it. I really do enjoy the fan films, and there was one fan film that went in theaters, which I thought was really cool. I never watched it, but I heard it was really good. I don't know what it was called, but I heard it was really good. Maybe it's on the internet right now. But Halloween. Um, are we going to get a Halloween 3 or Halloween 9? The fans want Halloween 9. And you know what? It's been a decade since we've seen Michael Myers, literally. And if it was like around 2012, I would have said no, don't make Halloween 9. Just tell you the truth, because to me, the only way if you're going to go back to the series, make it a decade at least. If you really want to, make it a decade. So that's just my opinion. If you guys don't agree with that, then that's fine. That's just my opinion. If you're going to remake something or anything, make it a decade at least, you know. Or you're going to go back to the sequel, make it a decade. So, yeah, I do want Halloween 9. I do. And we probably not going to get it. Even though a lot of people might crucify me for this, we probably might not even get it. And the thing is, it's sad to know we probably won't. And even though the fans demand Halloween 9, you know, Mr. Akkad does not give a fuck. I mean, what? I mean, come on. He's one of the people that actually wanted Buster Rhymes in Resurrection. May I say more? I don't think I have to say anymore. But because his dad was like, oh, maybe Busta Rhymes, and his son was like, Busta Rhymes? Oh my god, you know. I guess Busta Rhymes was big back then. I mean, I know he was, but whatever. I mean, I talked about that enough. But yeah, the fans want Halloween. The fans want Halloween 9, not Halloween 3, because I mean, you could do Halloween 3, but if you make it good, the fans will be like, okay, you know, we're sorry we talked shit. Okay, you actually made a pretty decent, good Halloween movie. If they did that, that would have been fine. But the thing is with the studio, they are scared to fail. Don't be scared to fail. Take that as an opportunity. Literally, the first Halloween movie, you think it was successful when it first came out? It wasn't. It bombed. And then over time, when people started seeing it in the movie theater, it became fucking huge. You know, they said it many a times. The first time it opened, it was terrible. The next week, it was fucking awesome. You see? You don't... Look at that, guys. And if Malik Akkad is looking at this, literally, dude, as a fan, take risk. Take a risk, and if it fails, you're not going to please anybody. I know that. You're not gonna, and you probably do want to please a lot of fans, the whole fan base, but you can't. You just can't. It's like me making a video and I want everyone in YouTube to like it. That's impossible. You know, that's impossible. Only one or a couple of people or a bunch of people will hate my video. You know, but a majority, some people might like it, but some people won't. That's the way it is. Some people might like it, some people won't. And just take that risk. You know, if you're not gonna, just either make Halloween 9 or take the risk for Halloween 3 and get criticized for it, and just be like, alright, we got criticized for it, but you know what? We made a huge money out of it, so there you go. Let's make a sequel. Look at that. Anything's possible. You know, if you do make Halloween 3, if you treat it with love, honor, and respect, and I'm dead serious. If you treat it with honor, love, and respect, I'm dead serious. Because most people joke around with horror movies. Literally, they don't take horror movies seriously. To me, I take horror movies seriously. I take horror movies more seriously than action movies and romance movies and all that crap. Why? Because I grew up as a horror movie fan. I watched Chucky, Pinhead, Leatherface, Freddy, so on and so forth. You know, and I'm a big horror movie fan, and to know that the biggest horror movie icon is not coming to theaters anytime soon is like, what's on? You say you're gonna make it, and then you don't. Veronica Card, I really, really hope you're listening. And I'm not gonna bash you or anything like that, like some fans do. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. But I seriously, seriously think I seriously hope you think it through. Like, okay, either think it through. Like, okay, we're gonna make Halloween 9, or we're gonna make Halloween 3. If you're gonna make Halloween 3, get a good director, a director that respects the franchise. Get a writer, or or get a writer that really, really loves the franchise. Because nowadays they're getting people that love comic books, the old movies and all that crap. They're getting all those people to direct, and to me, I think you should do that. You should find a director that has a passion and the love of Halloween, and just have him make it and have him write it if he wants to. He or she, it doesn't matter. And a lot of people said, what about Wes Craven? Not Wes Craven, John Carpenter. A lot of people are like, well, bring him back. I doubt that they will bring him back for one more hurrah, basically. If they do, the thing is, they would pay him so much money for him to do it, because he doesn't want to do nothing with the franchise. To tell you the truth, even though Wes Craven created it, even though that's his baby, basically, he doesn't want to do nothing with it, and that's crazy. It's like saying Don Mancini does not want to make no more Chucky movies. That's his baby. That's his baby. He has to make more. He created it. If I created something, I would stick with it until I died. But Wes Craven doesn't want that, so whatever. But I heard that he just wants the fame and the fortune that comes with it. I don't know if that's true. I'm not Wes Craven. I mean Wes Craven. I'm not. See, I'm talking about Wes Craven because I'm just again, I'm a fan of Wes Craven and John Carpenter, because they're really good directors. I grew up with those guys. I grew up watching their movies. That's why they're really good. And I know John Carpenter could pull a really good movie, And if they bring them back to do either Halloween 3 for some reason, but if they bring them back to do Halloween 9, I think he should just do, one last hurrah, and for him hey, at least you would get so much money. If people knew that you were going to make Halloween 9, John Carpenter, then a lot of people will go out and see it. And if they do go with that, tie everything together. Watch all the movies and tie them together. Figure out how to tie them all together. That's what I would do. I'll be like, okay, if I was making Halloween 9, I'd be like, okay, let me look at all the movies, and let's see what could we do, and what story and what characters we can bring back. And some of them killing off, and some of them have survived. And will you bring back Jamie Lloyd back? I will bring her back for just one more final, hurrah, basically. Again, one more final, and have her killed off Michael, basically, and bring back her brother, bring back her brother, bring back her son, and bring back a lot of people, bring Tommy back, mostly bring a lot of people back from the original series and bring them back and make a good story around it and do it. Just make a good story and there you go. Just have a good story. You can have a bad director, but as long as you can have a good story, to me, as long as you have a good story, I don't think you can fail. But that's true with the director and everything. True. Okay, if you have a good director and a good script, then why not? So I'm all for Halloween 9. I don't know, Malaki Khan, if you want to, if it's up to you, man. It's really up to you. But to tell you the truth, the fans want Halloween 9. Give them what they want. Why is that so hard? I don't get why is that so hard? Is that just me? Is that really just me? Why is it so difficult to why is it so difficult to make to why is it so difficult to make Halloween 9? Why? You basically own the fucking series. So why is that so hard to deal with in your head? Do you think it's gonna fail? Like I say, going back to the first Halloween movie, when it first came up, mostly no one didn't watch it. It was bad. People thought it was gonna fail. But it was a low budget movie. But still, a lot of people thought it was gonna fail. Then a few weeks or months, it was fucking successful. You can't be like, oh, this movie's going to fail by the first day or the first week. You can't. You just can't. You gotta wait. And if you're that stingy and if you're a money hogger, then something's wrong with you. You need to seek some help. Literally. Money isn't everything, to tell you the truth. Yeah, we have to build around money, yeah. But money isn't really everything, really. Money doesn't buy you happiness. Fuck. You're gonna be miserable for fuck's sake. Anyways, but yeah, I think that's all I have to say with the Halloween series. What would I do? I would give the fans what they want. Make Halloween 9. Excuse me. Make Halloween 9 and make it tied in with the other movies. Bring back, Jamie. Bring back Tommy. Bring back all those casts that didn't die, and then kill some off, and then leave the rest with the family members to fight Michael, basically. So why is that so difficult? I don't understand. And mostly everyone in the fan base wants Tommy back, basically. So, and if you can't bring back the actors that played them, just get new ones. And make sure they can act. Make sure they're good actors, okay? Don't play any fucking stupid person that doesn't know the fucking franchise or none of it, Put someone that knows the franchise and put someone that will respect the franchise and will do a good job in the acting role. So, that's me. I think that's really it. That's all I have to say for Halloween. Comment below. Let me know. Join me on Facebook as Jabarian Velasquez and on Twitter as @TheScarClown. Can't find it. The link will be in the description box, and also my Vamp video Guzzle Reaction will also be in the description box, and my review of Halloween 1 will be in the description box. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. This was mostly for the Halloween fans. For this video, because I just wanted to talk about the Halloween franchise, and I know this video is long, but you probably don't mind. It's just that I just wanted to get out my chest for a while of this series, and the series the series is up and down, basically. It's dysfunctional. I can't pronounce it, but you guys know what I mean. It's so sad that we haven't seen Michael on the big screen, and he's the king of horror. And to tell you the truth, if I don't see Michael Myers by the end of 2019, there's a problem. There is a huge problem. There's a fucking huge problem. They said they're gonna make it. They said they're gonna have it by 2015. Are you gonna keep your word? Are you just gonna make the fans more pissed off? You know? And like I said, give the fans what they want. If people are demanding and asking for Halloween 9, then do it. Then do it. Make the fans happy, you know? And if it fails the first week, don't be pissy about it. You know? Just wait. Wait. And if it's bad in the box office, wait until it comes out on DVD. Sometimes when you put movies on DVD, it does more good as DVDs than in the movie theaters. That's actually happening nowadays. Now now most people might crucify me with this. What if you just make a Halloween movie like Halloween 309 and just release it straight to DVD? Most people would probably think it's going to be terrible, and I won't be surprised if people start saying that. And the thing is, it's mostly everything that goes straight to DVD does suck, but now studios are realizing that, they should not fuck up. So there are also movies that are coming out straight to DVD that are actually really good. But if you want this movie to be successful, put it straight out to theaters. It's Michael Myers. There is a fan base for it. There's a huge fan base for Michael Myers. And they will come with open arms if you make Halloween 9. So that's all I have to say. Again, join me on Facebook as Ryan Velasquez, and on Twitter as @SkunkLink. I can find it. The link will be in the description box. So that's it. Make the fans happy, Either that, or you're just gonna piss them off even more, and you don't want that. You really don't want that.